This OnlyFans predator doesn't understand why majority of men do not like her because of her OnlyFans. She doesn't understand why. See, we normal people, we understand why. But, these omega females who go throughout life that a care in the world, they think that becoming some type of prostitute online, it doesn't have any negative social connotations. It doesn't have any negative results from living that type of lifestyle. They think it's all sunshine and rainbows, it's all validation. Hey, I get paid. Some of you get paid. Most of you don't get paid. And most of you get paid like a cup of coffee every month to expose yourselves. I don't get it. Well, I do get it. I'm sorry. I would never do that. Even as a male, even if I wanted to be like a porn star or something like that, which I don't have no inclination to do that. But this is the difference between men and women. You see, most men don't want to expose themselves for money, expose themselves for to take advantage of women. Okay, most men, I'm talking about 80% of guys, that doesn't even come across to us as an option. But for some reason, feminism, modern feminism, has taught us to believe that going online and literally prostituting yourself, selling your body and selling sexual acts is really only acceptable for women. Because if I went on there and I said, "Hey, I'm a porn star, guys," I guarantee you, most of the women who may have been interested in me, well, now they're looking the other way. They're like, "That guy's. I don't want to deal with that." Okay, so but when it comes to women in society, women get lied to a lot of, and there's a lot of double standards in our society. So the easiest way to expose a double standard is to say, what if a guy did that? It doesn't matter how respectfully you present yourself. At the end of the day, you're still processing yourself. So she wanted to know why. I'll show you in a minute. She wanted to know why people are hating on her. Like, why is this right? Why? Well, all right, Diana Revo. It's funny because you're a female predator. That's the real reason why. Art photo model. When I think of art, I think of lots of things that are not sexual. Okay, but her art, which isn't really art, it's always sexual. It's always got to be some type of um, sexuality for money exchange. You can't just take a photo of the fucking Volkswagen, right? This would have been. This looks like a fucking movie. I mean, it's a good shot, but when you add your fucking cheeks in there, like, what is this? I mean, these women will never get it. Well, I'm telling you today, they'll get it today. We're gonna explain this all today. Art photo model, yeah, art. That's a thing too. They always want to claim it's art, right? It's art. It's not prostitution. It's not. Oh, it's not sexual, right? They'll expose their bodies. They'll expose their various orifices, right? Oh, it's art. Yeah, no, it's convenient scapegoat. That's what you're saying it is. Because women are interested in looking at women's bodies. You know what I mean? The reason I call these women predators, it's not that I call these women predators. They are predators. If you have OnlyFans, you're a predator. You're a female predator, and you prey on mentally unstable and desperate men, like depressed guys who don't understand social dynamics. So they've resorted to trying to pay for a girlfriend experience. Okay, that's what they resorted into. It's like that's a predator. You're going after what does a predator do? A predator goes after someone who's weak. So if you have a woman that is trying to sell her OnlyFans to weak guys, okay, well then you're a predator. You know why? Because only a weak man would fall for that. You ever wonder why these women are single? You ever wonder why these women are single? They can't figure out why that what they're doing is so unattractive to certain archetypes of men. Actually, most archetypes of men. So they sacrifice whatever romantic ability they had to get with an alpha male, a sigma male, a delta male, and they're stuck with desperate beta males, males that are in scarcity, males that they're not attracted to, but they view as more of a financial interaction, a transactional relationship, if you will. That's not satisfying for a woman. Now, you may have some type of financial benefit, I should say temporary financial benefit, but this isn't satisfying for a woman. Let's find the post where she said she doesn't understand. She doesn't understand why. Okay, so here we go. She says, "I'm putting this up here for discussion. I'd definitely be interested to hear a professional's opinion." That's me. Is this a split personality behavior or what's going on? Okay, so someone went in her DMs to talk to her personally, probably to try to get a date with her. So let's just see what this guy said. All right. He says, "Super sexy because you're a sex object. You've made yourself out to be a sex object. That's the only compliment you're ever going to hear. You're never going to hear things about, you know, your actual personality, how unique you might be, things that, deep things to appreciate about yourself. You're going to hear super sexy. That's all you're going to, because you choose to live this lifestyle. Hi, beautiful. Here we go. More physical compliments, more undeserved physical compliments. Hi, beautiful. I'm new on the island. I definitely keep you good company." This is already making my blood boil. She actually entertains it, probably for money. Like I said, when you're doing OnlyFans, you view men as a transactional relationship. There is no genuine interest, and they wonder why they're so lonely and unhappy. "Hello, Paul. Welcome to the island. Are you single, beautiful?" Okay. Double down the beautiful. Wow. Beautiful. He doubled down. He said beautiful. She said something. He said beautiful again. Now, do I feel sorry for this guy? No. But she's a predator. So she's going to treat him as such. This is what's known as a mark. See, when women know the way you interact with them, if you're a mark or not. A mark is someone, that they can essentially exploit. The way he's talking, the exploitation's already begun. Okay, so she's pretending to be interested. Are you single? Beautiful? Take care. Sorry to bother you. See, this is what I mean by she attracts guys that are unstable. She hasn't even answered him, and already he's trying to apologize and be really overly accommodating to an online prostitute, essentially. And these guys don't understand social dynamics. They are very repulsive to women. So even if this wasn't a fucking online prostitute, you would still repulse a normal woman by talking like this. That is too much permission seeking. She hasn't even answered you and you're already apologizing. I mean, you already lost by calling her beautiful twice in a row. But hell, you lost by saying super sexy. That's a horrible opener. When you say super sexy as an opener, you're basically saying, "I'm a beta male, women. You can treat me how you want. Come, come step on my balls." That's what you're doing. And she's going to act accordingly and take advantage of you. So it's his own fault, but she wonders why she attracts guys like this. Well, we're going to explain why. She's like, "Not bothered. Just crazy amount of messages that I lost track." Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet. Art. Art. Right? Because of your art. Then talk to me. Try one guy, not 100. See, even he realizes that this woman is, she's just there to exploit him. But like I said, these are mentally unstable, desperate guys, usually beta males, who have very little sexual experience with women in general, and they're and they're unaware of how they come across to women. Okay, he says can't connect with anyone like this seriously. So he see how he already. This is the OnlyFans girl. You don't connect with the OnlyFans girl. Okay, you don't connect with your fucking prostitute. You don't connect with some sex worker thing going on with some pornography. You don't connect with those types of people. This is why I say online female predator. Okay, they know this about this guy because these guys are fucking essentially broken. Okay, they can fix themselves, but at this point in time, he is this is what an incel. When when girls say incel, this is what they mean. Not when they say incel because they disagree with you and they're being a little bitch. I'm talking about definition wise. This is an incel. He came to this girl to pay for her OnlyFans, and he's trying to like get a relationship out of that. Do you understand how fucking pathetic that is? Let's keep it going here. Do you want to be? Here we go. Beta males think they can logically convince a woman to have a romantic relationship, something that cannot be purchased. They think that they can bargain with goods and services. Do you want to be spoiled and kept warm? I can't read that part. Something. And lots of boating adventures. Okay, so he's alluding to the fact that he has wealth. I mean, if you're paying for OnlyFans, typically guys think that, like I said, beta males in particular think they can purchase a woman's affection. They do not understand women's nature. So they go and say, well, here's money. Does the money help you think I'm attractive? Does this help? It's sad because they just, and like I said, female predators love these types of guys because they're naive. So let's see what she says after this. He says, I'll be good to you. Like, I mean, if this doesn't sound like the most pathetic man on earth, she's like boating adventures. she's like leveraging it. She's like, boating adventure. Well, I'm more into airplane adventure. Like, fucking A, right? Imagine being in that position of power. That's crazy. Exploitive power. Whale watching and swimming in lakes. Yeah, I do both. Good boy. Like, I mean, this is a fucking purse puppy. It's disgusting. She's like, where? Do you see how she's like the real predatory? Where? If you said Cancun, I only vacation in the English Channel, bitches. Right? I have a big boat. Like, this is sad, dude. Can you imagine? Think before I even go on. Imagine yourself as a self-respecting man, and this is an OnlyFans girl, and you're begging her. You're begging her to shut up and take your money. And please consider me for a boyfriend. Here's my application. I have a big boat that will treat you good. Think of one guy, not 100. Literally what he said. I have a big boat. She's like, sailing? Motor? No, can you imagine talking to a girl and she's like, oh yeah, well, I'll pick you up and go out on a date. She's like, what type of car is it? It's like, motherfucker, the date's canceled because you're a fucking bitch. The fuck? You're an attention whore or something. The fuck? She's like, oh, well, if it's a Range Rover, right? Or whatever the fuck it is. Sailing, because, the motor boats are more expensive. She's talking about, that's a yacht at that point. The yacht. I go swimming in Croatian lake. Seriously hot, and I go whale watching North Island. So she's literally trying to see how much money this guy makes or how much money he's willing to spend on her. This is so, like, jaw-dropping. You know what I mean? It's just like that men can get this pathetic. It's just crazy. No, let's be honest, I'm not looking for a relationship. You're looking for a transactional relationship. You don't look for that, laugh my ass off. It actually happens. He's actually right about that. I wouldn't say that out loud, but as delusional as he is, the only thing he said this entire time that's correct is that you don't look for that. That's true. You shouldn't be looking for a relationship. You should just be open to having experiences and seeing where it leads. You have to be emotionally available, which this woman is obviously not emotionally available. She even said so. I'm not looking for, to be honest, I'm not looking for a relationship. she's a female predator. She's looking to exploit him. You don't look for that. It actually happens after time and what I offer. Okay, so now he's back to being rock bottom delusional. After what I offer, dude, can you imagine just the way he's speaking? What I offer, well, you'll have a relationship with me after what I offer. Like, I mean, this guy sounds like a literal virgin. This guy sounds like a true and true beta male. Like he took all his advice from his parents, and his parents are like from a different generation, and they taught him that once he acquires some type of monetary wealth, the females will come running. Once little Teddy finishes law school, the females will come running. I'm your mom. I have the best advice. She's like, okay, mama. Okay, mama. Mama's always right. Mama raised a good boy. That's him. He says, oh my God, you know you're lame, right? So here comes the flip. He flips on her because he realizes that he's mad that he's dumb as fuck, but it took him this long to realize that this woman is just here to exploit you. And if you continue, that's what will happen. She will gladly exploit you and then brag to her friends on it. And then wonder why she can't find a real man. But we'll get to that in a second. She's like, Paul, I really appreciate everything you have to offer, but I'm not looking for that. Not a relationship, not a companionship. I'm not an escort either. That's a lie. That's a lie. I will be only chatting from now on. Onlyfans. See, here you go. So they give this false hope of, well, you know, I'm a good girl, and because beta males don't have the capacity to not believe women. I mean, a woman could tell a beta male literally anything, and because they have a vagina, the beta male turns off the logic circuit in his brain and says, I'm going to believe you because you're a woman. And this is where the exploitation comes in. See, women know this. That's why a lot of omega females claim that beta males don't exist, because if they recognize what a beta male is, a beta male can theoretically wake up, stop becoming a beta male, stop being subject to being exploited by women, and then they lose fans. Then they lose men that are interested, well, not interested in them, but you know, men that they're exploiting will wake up and stop being exploited. That's why they never want to admit that beta males exist, even though we have one right here. I'll only be chatting from now on my OnlyFans, as I do that for a job. So she's like, I wonder if I could leverage him into being a fucking simp, essentially, like paying for prostitution from a girl you'll never meet. So here's why guys would fall for this, because this is really pathetic. But think about this: they're doing it because they want a girlfriend experience. Like they're so naive. Excuse me. They're so naive about how to pick up women. They would rather pay. They're like, I don't want to learn social dynamics. Just take the money. Give me the emotional, support. Give me the relationship. I'll pay for it. So they want to skip all those years of knowledge that they would have accumulated over a decade or so, interacting and having sex and having relationships with women. But they think they can bypass that. That's one aspect in society you can never bypass. That's why 40-year-old virgins do exist. That's why OnlyFans does exist. And it only exists to exploit beta males. There is no other archetype of man that would consider this. Maybe a couple of omega males, they're like, well, there's nothing wrong with this, like, she's really cool. She just, maybe an omega male will fall for this. The universe told me it's okay. Like those types of hippie type of guys might fall for it too, but mostly beta males. Mostly beta males who are obsessed about a relationship title. That's who falls for this stuff. Here we go. Here you go. Here comes the backlash. Online slut. What a pig snort. Your parents must be proud of you. Laughed my ass off. Do you actually sleep at night? You're basically worthless then. You do that to yourself. Hideous. Get a life, tramp. You notice how he was okay with he thought he was talking to a normal girl. And then she's like, well, she goes, I'm a prostitute online. Pay for my OnlyFans, and that's how you interact with me. Maybe you'll see some whatever I show you, among the other dozens of guys. And he got see how even though he's delusional, he still don't want to date no fucking OnlyFans girl, as delusional as this guy is. So there's still hope for him. Contact me, but basically you're a cock scared hooker. And then she goes, oh my god. She just changes the subject because she's a manipulator. She's just playing with him. She's like, okay, I saw whales and dolphins. So she goes and uses some callback humor from way up in the top of the interaction to try to disarm this, to see if he'll keep going along the conversation. And he's a beta male, so he does. Nice. I see them every time out. So now he's fucking goes back to being normal again. He thinks he still has a chance. This is why I say women. This is why I say OnlyFans women are predators, because they'll just keep doing this. They'll spin this guy until he decides to sign up. Up north, it's whale central humpback and killer. Does what I said interest you? Spoiling you and keeping you warm and kissed? Okay, so this guy's this is pretty sad. Like, this has never worked before, and he's continuing to do it. Now, I love watching these guys, but you have to understand, how pathetic you have to get to say this stuff. Then he goes, vanish, queen. He's still conflicted. So he's calling her a queen, and he's telling her to go away. Yeah, but that's still a compliment. This guy is so fucked in the head. Bye. I need a bigger attention span. Meh. Alright, so after that fucking train wreck, here's what I want to get into. She's like, what did she say? She goes, is this a split personality behavior or what's going on? Well, you attract weirdos, girl. This should be par for the course. This guy's comment really hits the nail on the head. Where did it fucking go? Let me find his comment. He said, you, Rich Monty, this is what I wanted to talk about. You attract the attention of sick men who are so lonely they pay for photos or whatever in an attempt to fill some desperate void of love. That's right. See, this guy understands. These are female predators. They only really exist on OnlyFans. That's the only way a woman can really be a predator is through online. Don't expect them to behave like the souls you want to attract in your life. Thank you. She does not understand why. This guy is telling her fucking why. Why do guys treat me like this? Why is he acting all bipolar? It's like women do. I think every OnlyFans predator needs to be sat down and taught this before they can. I don't give a fuck if you want to ruin your shit or not. It doesn't affect me. But for your own sake, you should be sat down and taught what to expect when you be a fucking online prostitute like this. That's what this is, okay? There are, like I said, it's not all sun. I don't give a fuck how much money some Bella Delphine making. First of all, the market's already swamped. You ain't gonna be no Bella Delphine. Half of you can't get more than a cup of coffee a month. Don't expect them to behave like the souls you want to attract in life. Not sure why that behavior would surprise you. Exactly. Why would that surprise you? Well, because she got fed a false narrative by feminists. That's the real reason why. Society has this weird narrative about keeping double standards between men and women. When women are allowed to be online prostitutes with all the bells and whistles that go along with that, and no negative social connotations, and men, well, you guys don't worry about it, okay? Just ignore it. You guys are men. Figure it out. These are sick men you've invited into your life. Thank you. You invited these guys. When you say look at my only art. What do they say? Art. They see the people. Women. That's another thing too. If you ever see women see they're too scared to reveal what they really are up front. So a lot of women will talk about some art. Oh, I'm an art. They might say nude art, but it's more like, oh, art. You're right, art. I'm an artist. I'm an art model. Art model. I'm on translation, OnlyFans prostitute. These are sick men you've invited into your life so much that they pay your bills and pay you to act out their fantasies. That's right. Thank you. Ridiculous, right? She want to know the truth. That's the truth. But you can't handle the truth. She's like, Deanna said, so I'm partially to blame. No, you are to blame. Okay? Like I said, you cannot deal with mentally stable men. There are no mentally stable men that purchase OnlyFans. They're desperate. They're already fucked. So don't act like this is a surprise. Okay, understandable. Funny enough, people like this don't spend a penny. Oh, shut the fuck up. Yes, they do. You have obviously you're doing it because you're getting some type of validation. Probably physical validation because some of these women are addicted to hearing gorgeous and beautiful every day. That's the real reason why. Some of it's like I said, most women aren't even getting more than a cup of coffee a month for their OnlyFans. It's more of a emotional support system they're using it for. But what happens is, like I said, they're destroying their options with men. That's why they're so bitter against men. That's why they're never in relationships. You ever see an OnlyFans girl in a relationship? Never. Why? Because any boyfriend that would allow that is usually like the biggest beta male, and she's usually cheating on him, or if anything, she's not satisfied because he's just not masculine enough. Because only beta males would allow that. Period. It's pretty simple stuff here, guys. It's just no one wants to tell them this. Well, I'm telling you this to your face. Facebook is not my life. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Merely a means to an end. But thank you for your honesty. Okay, so you know what? She's not stupid. It's getting through to her a little bit. She's reluctantly accepting the harsh truths of her actions. Rich Montiel, this guy went in. I like this guy. He says, don't project that nonsense into my words. There is no world where you can choose to interact with weirdos and not expect them to be weirdos. Thank you. I like this motherfucking guy. I probably have this guy as a friend. Because he's not pulling no punches, man. It's like women look a certain way and then they get told just what they want to hear. Well, you need to get told what's a harsh truth, not what you want to hear. I mean, you asked for it in this post anyway. She was looking for some alpha male or sigma male to set her on her right path. At least be like, damn. If I keep doing this, I'm not gonna get a relationship. You just won't. You're just not going to. You don't get a relationship when you do this. There is no world in which you can interact with weirdos and not expect them to be weirdos. You do, in fact, choose to interact with the same types of people who are objectifying you. That's online prostitute. That's what you get. While you literally put a price tag on the sale of your objectification. Thank you. This guy's. Is he a coach too? Um, that nonsense.